Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I was trying to wait till the game is over, but look, they got like 38 seconds left. And look, man, we're gonna talk about this. Listen, my MVP of the game. I'm gonna tell you who my MVP is. It starts with an A. Can you imagine what that is? Just take a wild guess what my MVP of this game is. It's going to be Alex Grinch. Hey, my MVP is Alex the Grinch that stole Christmas. Listen, man, this is a. Oh man, we got another turnover. It's 7 seconds left, and look, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I think what we witnessed tonight was a complete game from this team, man. I had to go ahead and start this live early. We got a few seconds left. Let me see what happened just now. That was a fumble. Okay, that was a fumble. And Christian Roland Wallace looks like he's almost picked it up. But look, man, this was a phenomenal performance by USC. We've seen everything. Let me greet some people. I know some people are going to be coming out the game, so I didn't want to hit it early, but it's 7 seconds left. But I had to go ahead, man. Brian, what's up, my man? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Tata Keys, what's the word? What's the word? Logan, what's the? I'm not sure. You know, Gingy's just coming off injury, and I think he, want to make sure he's fully healed, man. But listen, this thing is this. What we witnessed tonight, I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I'm tired of hearing. I'm not even gonna name these other teams out. Brandon, what's up? But what we witnessed tonight was the complete package, a complete performance. Now, we seen a little drop off in the second half, but they still got some guys trying to mix and match. But I'm going to tell you right now, this number one defense, this USC number one defense held this team scoreless for all of the game. All of the game. These guys didn't come in and score until the fourth quarter. They literally just scored. It was 3 points. So let's give a shout out to all the guys on defense. I want to talk about some of the things that I've seen some of the things that I witnessed. I mean, it's straight up go time. I witnessed some phenomenal things with Bear Alexander. Listen, Bear Alexander created so much havoc tonight that Max Williams, that's how Max Williams got his interception. It was due to Bear Alexander. And then we seen Solomon Byrd. What happened with him? Solomon Byrd, he came in there and it was straight up go time. I don't know who these lost in the sauce individuals talking about that Solomon Byrd is not a good defense or rush in, but they're absolutely crazy. Solomon Byrd, Jamil Muhammad, oh my God. Listen, I mean, we can go so many places right now. I mean, I'm lost in the sauce with how much of 100%, 110% effort that these guys made on defense. This team looks incredible on defense. And I told you guys, I said, when these guys come together, I'm going to have to greet some of these people. When everybody that's coming in, I said, when these guys come together, when they gel together, it's going to be like a perfect cake. You guys already know you got all the ingredients when you're talking about a cake. You got the eggs, you got the batter, you got the sugar, you got everything, the cinnamon. All these things had to get mixed up right. And I told you guys, Alex Grinch, the only thing that he needed was the right pieces for his defense. Now we're witnessing when you have more athletic guys on the defense that Alex Grinch run, because it's not the best of the best schemes, but if you have it and you execute it right and you got the right kind of athletes, you're going to be a dynamic defense. This defense showed it. This defense confused, especially young quarterbacks. I'm going to tell you guys this. Bo Nix, when we play them, I'm not even trying to jump ahead of myself, but when we play Bo Nix, I'm going to tell you right now, that guy, whenever he gets pressure on him, he gets lost in Alfredo sauce. And the way this defense, do you guys realize, let me tell you something. Do you guys realize that we have one of the best defensive fronts right now? And I'm saying in the country. I'm saying in the country. I'm not even talking about the Pac-12. I'm talking about the country. USC defense, I'm going to agree with some of these people. USC defensive line is legit. Let me tell you guys what happened in the first half. The first half, we're going to deal with the defense first. But the first half for the defense, Bear Alexander, this was the first possession. Every possession was straight up go time. The very first possession, Bear Alexander caused the pressure, and as a result of that pressure, Max Williams was able to get that interception. Max looked extremely fast on that. Let me get some of these super chats. Max looked extremely fast. Hey, Ryan, thank you. Hey, gave 209 yards of rushing, 140 yards on punches. On passing, Stanford only had success with run in the second half. Hey, this defense. Listen, let's give a big congratulations to this defense. This defense did exactly what everybody around the country. Listen, we all had to hear this. I've had to hear it from several networks. I had to hear it from everybody. Everybody keeps saying the defense. Oh, the defense is not. Listen, now they see it, and I'm so glad this wasn't on the Pac, the WAC-12. Let me say the WAC-12, the WAC-12 conference. I was glad that they were able to see this, and everybody around the country could see what this defense could do. Because you know what? The first two games, we already stated that. Everybody knew they were mixing and matching pieces. They had 70-something guys that they played within the first two games. Now we see a more settled defense. They were more consistent. And what we witnessed today, we witnessed the starting lineup. Man, I'm telling you, we seen Bear Alexander doing this thing, but then I seen Keon Bars, man. Keon Bars was moving some weight around. Then you had Anthony Lucas, who was moving some weight around. Solomon Byrd. But let me go back. I'm gonna get to some of these comments in a second. So the first possession, it was Bear Alexander of the defense causing the pressure, and then Max Wings with the interception. Second one, we had a first 3 and out. The second possession they had. The third possession, Solomon Byrd came in there, and then he's the one that created all the havoc. And Solomon Byrd, he had a tackle for loss, and then that was the third punt. After that, the fifth possession, Jamil Muhammad came in there, and then that's when Tacky Curtis came up there and got the ball once he knocked it out of his hand. Can we just show some love for Jamil Muhammad? You have some haters for it. Let me tell you something. You had haters that were hating on Jamil Muhammad. You had haters that were hating on Solomon Byrd. Listen, USCJ on the case right now, because right now I'm sounding the alarm for all the haters, every single hater. I got to get to these questions. Every single hater out there, these guys show and they're playing. And Caleb Williams said it. He got a little podcast. He said, I'm tired of hearing the guys talk about our defense. I'm tired. These are my brothers. I'm tired of hearing. And we seen this defense. I want to hear everybody's thoughts. Now, you guys tell me, what are your thoughts on Alex Grinch's defense? The way this team executed, these guys got coached up. Man, Caleb Bullock, he looked like his coverage was flawless. Max Williams looked like his coverage was flawless. I even seen Bryson Shaw get in there. His coverage was flawless. Everybody that came in seemed to be executed. Now, we did have a little issues going on in the second half because, you had some guys that they wanted to get some playing time, and they got some mixing and matching going on. But look, for the most part, I'm telling you, this defense was lights out. Let me get to some of these real quick because I'm lost in the sauce. This performance was incredible. We had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we had like 5 3-and-outs. 5 3-and-outs. That's all they were doing. Stanford could not move the ball. We didn't see the tight end do anything. We didn't see their receivers, all the little zone runner, whatever they tried to do, the little mesh point, whatever. None of that stuff worked. This defense was penetrating. The push was so strong that these guys, they were lost in the sauce. Look, the quarterback might have been able to come back in. I'm not sure. But all I know is when he got hit with Solomon Byrd after he did what he had to do, the guy never came back in. I wish him the best. But this defense has proven something. And all those who think, I don't know if you guys watched any college football today, but the SEC is lost in the sauce. Bama went down. Texas A&M went down. You guys already know last week LSU went down. Listen, it is straight up go time. Everything right now is ahead of us. It's in front of us. And look, it's straight up go time. USC could really win this thing this year if we just stay focused. If our defense, I'm going to tell you this, if they come out and play the way they played today in the first half and shutting them down like that, I'm going to tell you, it's nobody that's going to stop USC. You hearing it from me first. Nobody is going to stop. The only people that can stop USC is USC. That's it. Let me get to these questions because I'm lost in all the sauce right now. Let me go up right here. Jay, what's up, brother? Hey, what's up, my man? What's going on? Bear was dominated, man. Bear need to go to Big Bear, man. They need to get him a whole little situation out there, man. A Big Bear getting them cabins out there, man, where my dad used to take me as a youngster. I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'm so impressed with Bear. And there's certain things that's going to happen, with Bear. It might not be a sack. There's certain things that are hidden, But I'm gonna tell you right now, he is causing so much havoc with the pushback on the line that it's creating all these guys. Everybody look now. This is the direct result of having a good defensive line. Now we can see our safeties. Now we can see our cornerbacks. Now we can see them shine and feel more comfortable on the island because these guys are causing so much penetration. And it might not show on the stat sheet, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I gave you guys a stat earlier this week. Coming into this game, Bear Alexander, according to PFF, he has the most He has 8 pressures, which is the most in college football. And I can imagine he only stacked up on that tonight. He probably got like 3 or 4 more as the best defensive tackle in the country as far as the pressure wise. I mean, this guy is absolutely killing it. USC football disappointed the second half with Miller Moss. Man, Miller Moss and the team offense. Miller Moss just threw a dime. Matter of fact, Miller Moss just ran in for. We can't expect them guys to be like Caleb, but Miller Moss did just run into the end zone and score a touchdown. But we can't expect. Caleb is Caleb, but I think Miller Moss is a very, very serviceable and he's a decent guy. But we can't expect everybody to be like Caleb. But I feel what you're saying though. We want to execute a little bit better. Just to I really didn't want them to score it off. To be honest with you, I didn't want them to score it off because I'm so sick of tired of hearing what everybody has to say about this defense. I am sick of it. But Miller Moss, he did. I mean, he was serviceable tonight. He did what he had to do. To me, he looked a little more sharp in the last few games opposed to this game. But hey, we got the big win. Jamil is a big dog. He is a big dog. That dude right there. I'm gonna tell you, between Jamil Muhammad, between Solomon Berg, and between Bear Alexander, those guys are causing the most havoc. I can't even express to you how these guys are just causing the havoc. It's ridiculous. You guys already know I do my instant reaction after every game, and you guys, I got the sunglasses on because the future's super bright now. Hey, it's brighter than ever, man. I might need to put a blanket on my head right now. It's so bright. I'm telling you, because right now, I'm gonna tell you, this is the first time I already knew that the potential was there to be playoff and the potential was there to be number one. I think we could be number one. I think USC played like the number one team in the country. I want to know if you guys agree. Drop those comments down in the comment section. Do you agree? Did USC play like the number one team in the country? I mean, I am thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. I cannot believe they executed this way. And you got to know Alex Grinch, even though they scored, you got to know that he's just jumping for joy right now. He's probably going in the locker room right now. He's probably doing all kinds of backflips and somersaults right now in the locker room because right now, the way those guys flew to the ball, let's give a shout out to all the coaching staff, man. All of them. Let me get to Caleb Bullock. Hey, Caleb Bullock balled out. All of them balled out. But I think it's a direct result. I want everybody that did not like Griggs, I want you guys to talk back to me. Let me know what you guys think about the scheme now. They were still shifting the line. They were still doing some things on the line. Let me know what's your thoughts on the scheme, because this scheme, all we had to do was have these guys. And let me show you exactly what we referred to. When the second unit came in, when the guys came in the second half, you could see it was some of the kind of like the loss in the sauce type situation to where guys didn't know where they were. But it seems like the first team guys, they actually know where to be at. So it looked so much different. But when the second team guys got in there in the second half, you could tell, because I think you had like 3 guys on the bottom of the screen. I think you had like, I'm not going to name no names, but it just looked like they didn't know where to go. But let's give a shout out to Rajon in the first half, man. Rajon, Tackett, those guys seemed like they just executed very well. Shay Lee, of course, but Rajon looked like, man, he looked like he's that dude. I mean, bottom line, Rajon looked like the man. Let's get to some of this. The defense played stinking doing I'm telling you, man, this was a very, very impressive win. And for this to be on Fox Sports, everybody see it. So here's the question. I want to know if the AP is going to be lost in the sauce not like they've been in the past. Because right now, you can't deny it, because if you look at these teams right now, I don't care that Texas beat Alabama. Texas didn't look like USC. No, they did not look like USC. If you look at Ohio State, they didn't. Let's just go through this real quick. Ohio State did not look like USC. Georgia didn't look like USC. I'm calling everybody out. Georgia didn't look like USC. Who else at the top? Michigan. Michigan did not look like USC. what we see tonight, we can honestly say is that, hey, I agree with this. No, hey, I can't wait. Listen, they got a rude awakening. I'm not even gonna say their name. You guys see it on there. I'm not even gonna give that. I'm not even gonna say their name. Shout out. I will say Coach Prime. Shout out to Coach Prime. Much love to you. Love them as a player. But what they about to witness. Now, can they beat Oregon? It's a possibility they could beat Oregon because Oregon looked lost in the sauce at Texas Tech. Texas Tech should have won that game. Now there was a couple calls. I think they kind of got away with some calls against Texas Tech. I mean, some very, very, very strange calls, but it's a possibility that they might be able to get Oregon, possibly. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the way we look right now, it's no team in the Pac-10, but the Pac-12 that look like us. Baylor against Utah. Utah almost lost that game. Utah didn't look like us. I mean, Cal. I don't know what the final score is. I just started this before that game over. Cal, anybody put that in the comment section right now if you see Cal and Auburn. Is that game over yet? Let me pull that up real quick. Cal versus Auburn. I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no team that I've seen today that look like USC. I can honestly say that with an honest heart, and I'm not saying that with a biased opinion. I'm saying that okay, it's a final. Auburn 14, Cal 10. So look, there is no team in the country, and I'm gonna get to these questions. No team in the country that look like us. Secondary is incredible, man. Let's give it up for Max. That dude, Max. I'm telling you something, man. Max, he hung in there. He was consistent with it. And look, man, it looked like Max is the man. I mean, Max is. I gotta give it to him. You know, in the beginning of the season, we weren't sure, and I told you that safety position. I said that Caleb Bullock, he was a lock, but I said we don't know who it's going to be. We don't know if it's Zion Branch. We don't know if it's Bryson Shaw. We don't know if it's Max Williams. We don't know who it's going to be. But man, Max is just. I mean, he's like one of those guys, man. A utility guy. I mean, he can be everywhere. He can be a nickelback. He can be a safety. I mean, he just in the right place. You guys remember when we played against Oregon State last year? Max came up with the big interception to seal the game. I think it was a tip ball by Eric Gentry, but it just seemed like Max sometimes just be in the right place at the right time. I got to give him his love. I got to give him his flowers. I can't deny what Max is doing. Listen, I am lost in Alfredo sauce right now because of this performance. I can't even tell you. You know, it's just right now what we are witnessing, man. This thing is great. Of course, Oregon offline struggle with Texas Tech. Hey, Oregon, that game they cheated, man. They straight up cheated. That game was crazy. You could tell the USC, man, this is all we would. Hey, Mark, thank you. This is all we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this to gel together. And finally, in a conference game, and we can't let's just say this. We can also say that they did treat the games, they really did treat the first two games like a preseason game, rotating players in and out. I mean, that was legit. Now we see a consistent team. These guys stayed in there, and man, you can see the dominance, man. I see Bear Alexander gaining. You know, I already knew he had confidence, but it seemed like his confidence is getting just through the roof right now. Like Bear knows that he cannot be stopped. And the more, you know, it's like when you get the momentum, the more momentum you get, as you start seeing you have success. That's anything we do in life. When we see we have success and we start to see we're good at it, now we start to know it's a game within the game. Now we want to try to beat our own stats. We want to beat our own self. And that's what's happening with Bear, man. I think Bear is he's competing with his own performances and it's a game within the game. Now he's starting, it's straight up go time, man. And Bear's starting to know and realize, like, I'm a guy that cannot be stopped. All I got to do is utilize my tools that I have in my toolbox. And once I pull them all out, I pull out the hammer, I pull out the pliers, I pull out my seesaw, I pull out my saw, I pull out my screwdriver, and I'm going to screw everybody. Hey, Bear got it all. Hey, man, it is straight up go time with this guy right now. Defense play life. Absolutely, man. Hey, the grid is in the house, man. I'm telling you, man, this thing is incredible. This thing is incredible. Why did we run? I wanted to run up the score. I think Lincoln Riley was feeling it, man. He wasn't feeling it, man. You see he challenged that at the goal line. And let's. I got to get on. I'm doing all this talking about the defense. Let's get on the offense real quick. Oh my God, Zach Branch. I just can't even. I think the announcer. I can't remember his name. He used to be on CBS Sports. Now he's on Fox. The announcer said. He said Zach Branch is probably the first thing. No, he said that he's probably ever since Devin Hester. You guys remember Devin Hester that played for Miami? I think he played for the Chicago Bears. You guys know he was a dynamic punt returner. And he said, I haven't seen anything like this. He said, I haven't seen anything like this since Devin Hester. That dude is incredible, man. Like, I cannot believe Zach Branch. And by the way, Mike Jack really ran one back, but he had it called back. Let me hit the super chat real quick. I see you. Mike Jack had one. He had one ran back. And hey Ryan, thank you. DBs was locking down and laying some wood. We are fast off the edges. We are so, let me tell you, the fact that we are this fast off the edges is creating so much havoc right now. I mean, it's created so much havoc. And as a result, our defensive backs are able to, I got to get to this super chat. Our defensive backs are able to do their thing. I mean, it's unreal what we're witnessing. And we haven't really seen a performance like this put together, a complete performance put together until today. This was the complete. I'm coming to the super chat, man. I see you, Trojan 16. I'm coming all the way down. I think it's all the way. Here we go. Hey, fight on. Way our defense is playing, we won't be denied. Listen, hey, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Listen, our defense can't be stopped. Our defense cannot be stopped. And the way these guys are playing right now, I'm so excited. Now, let me tell you this. I'm excited for all the guys that had to hear it in the media. We hear it time after time. And then we see teams like, I'm still not gonna call that C team name. I'm not gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. But we see teams like them go up there and go to TCU and put 40-some points scored on them, but nobody says nothing about that. But what our defense had to hear it. But now, I'm so excited. Let me get to this other super chat. I'm so excited that these guys are getting their just due. And we already knew J-Walk came on this show. Hey, Justin, thank Caleb Williams on pace to have 72 TDs and has only played. This is crazy. I mean, what we are witnessing, I hadn't even got to the offense yet. What we are witnessing is crazy, but here's the thing. These guys had to hear this all the time about the defense. But let me get on this. Caleb Williams, real quick. Caleb Williams, I got so many thoughts. There's so many things going on with this game. I mean, so many things. But Caleb Williams, he hit 7 different guys in the first half. 7 different guys. He went 19 for 22, 300 yards, and 3 TDs. I mean, it's a phenomenal. He's not even, how many games now? The first, second, and third game, Caleb is not even playing in the second half for the most part. I mean, Caleb is just, it's crazy. And he doesn't have to. But I'd rather save him right now. Drop this in the question in the inbox here. Would you rather see Caleb play a 4 games and run those numbers up? Because you see they keep putting up the numbers for the other guy, the C team. I'm not even gonna say the name. I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt. The C team, they keep putting his numbers up, Sanders. And so, do you think Caleb need to run those numbers up? Look, I don't necessarily think he need to run those numbers. I think we need to focus on staying healthy. I think we need to focus on keeping Caleb healthy, so we can try to make it all the way. You call them out. Hey, I'm calling them out, man. I'm calling them all out because I mean we had to deal with this. We had to listen to this, and I sat there and listened to somebody on the internet or on I'm not even gonna call it network. I sat there and listened to them talking about they just start naming out the teams that they're gonna beat. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm just skipping around it because I don't want to give them the benefit of I don't want to give them that much glory. But let's start saying Oregon State. Yep, they're gonna beat them. Colorado, I said the name. USC, they're gonna beat them. I mean, they just start going crazy on the names. So look, man. I just wanted to give you guys a hold on. Let's see here. Hey Jay, Stanford started QB look shook after. Hey, when Solomon Byrd hit that guy, Solomon Byrd absolutely cracked him. And he hit his arm, but I don't know if he dislocated. I don't know what happened. But all I know is Solomon Byrd is a baller. I'm so, other than Bear Alexander, I'm impressed with everybody. But there's a couple guys that really just stand out to me. And Bear Alexander, of course, he stands out to me. Jamel Muhammad, it seems like he's getting better and better. I don't know, he's playing like a madman. He's playing like he knows that everybody in the media has been talking crap, and he has something to prove. Jamel Muhammad, but I'm very impressed with Solomon Byrd as well. Solomon Byrd has been proven. Do you see how, man, I never thought in a million years, you guys already know, we were lost in the sauce for years, these past few years. When I looked at these guys on when they were showing replays on TV, and I just seen how beefy these guys, how thick they are, I said to myself, I can't believe this is ours. This is our team. These are our guys. I've been wishing, when I look at Georgia, when I look at Alabama, when I look at all these teams, I have been wishing that we could just have these guys like this. And when I see Keon Barnes, when I see Bear Alexander, when I see Solomon Byrd, when I see Jamel Muhammad, I said, we got these guys now. We finally got these guys. I mean, I can remember dreaming about having these guys, and now we got them. Now I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to appreciate them. I'm going to love on them and say, look, man, USCJ, the Trojan family, we love you, man. We want you to keep doing your thing. We believe in you guys, because you know what? I remember when we didn't have them. I remember when we were lost in the sauce and we couldn't match up. You know why? Because of the interior line went up. Now we actually had these guys. Now we can execute. Now we can be confident. And guess what? Now we can hold our chest up high and say, look, it's straight up go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. Listen, I'm almost to tears in this place right now, because I'm telling you, this thing is really coming together. It's really, and look, let's give shout out to Lincoln Riley. Let's give shout out to Coach Grant. I'm gonna take these comments. I can go on and on about this, man. I'm telling you, our receivers and running backs and QB, man, everything. I like everything. I wouldn't take one guy from this roster. I wouldn't even add a guy onto this roster. I don't want to add. I don't want to subtract. I like everything the way it is right now. I think Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, or the whole staff. I think Caleb Williams is part of the staff. I think they built this team the way they wanted to build it, and that's the truth. I'm gonna get to these. I would like to see Caleb. Yeah, same here, man. I want to see him healthy. I really do. They the C team, not even on USC. Yeah, they not. I don't even want to put them in here. Let's just call them the C team from here on out. We'll call them the C team. Roger Dodger. Yes, almost dropped, but not. Hey, Caleb is putting a better numbers in less action. I mean, think about this. The percentage of him. I want to see his QBR right now. I wonder what his I got to pull it up. I wonder what his QBR. I started to lie before I can even pull the numbers up, because usually I can go to one of the sites and get it, but the game went over. But if somebody could drop this QBR in there, what they have it at right now, drop that in here if you don't mind. This dude is crazy. But you know what? The fact that this was on live tonight on Fox, it was a national thing. They can't deny it, man. They cannot deny what they see tonight. So here's the $1 million question. I can't wait. And we'll probably get it tomorrow. I cannot wait for the AP poll to come out. I'm calling them off. And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys are hearing it from me first. See, there were some that said USCJ, Alex Grinch, until we get rid of Alex Grinch, this USC team. And I tried to tell you, I said, listen, man, keep the faith. We're gonna be okay. Alex Grinch just needs to get all his players in the right place, the right athletes. Now it's coming together, and now everybody's executing the right way. And I'm a firm believer. The same way I believed in it then is the same way I believe in it now. You guys already know. I brought you several defensive upgrade videos, and I told you this was going to happen. The right athletes are in the place. Do you guys remember? I told you that. I said this is guaranteed to happen, but we just have to be patient. And so now I said that then, and what I'm telling you right now is I think we got the number one team in the country. I'm saying that now. Just like I said, everything else I said before, I'm saying we got the number one team. I cannot see any team that I watched today, and I watched a lot of college football all day. I had me a whole pizza by myself, extra large pizza, all by myself today. and I got busy with it, all on college football. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't seen one team that looked like USC today. If you see one team that look like USC, I want you to drop it in the box and let me know what team you see. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen nobody execute like Caleb. I haven't seen no one play like our defensive front right now. If you have, let me know. Maybe I missed it. Hit me in comments. Let me know. It's all narrative. Yeah, it's all narratives. It's clickbait. You're right. We need to keep healthy. I totally agree. My man Anthony, C team ain't playing nobody. They ain't playing nobody. Nebraska got a suspect offense. That quarterback, man, he's a good athlete. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get to that comment in a sec. He's a good athlete, but I don't know, man. His decision making was kind of suspect. I'm not taking no credit away from him, but they just don't have those guys. And then TCU, you already know how many athletes they lost. I mean, you know what I mean? So that's what. Thank goodness. What a tragedy if Rice drops that pass. Hey, man. Hey, thank God he did it. But I didn't even want to call his name out. This is the guy right here. This is the guy right here. He said Oregon State. He said, yep, they're gonna beat them. He said USC. Yep, they're gonna beat him. I said, man, have you watched Oregon State play? Have you even watched USC play? I mean, everybody keeps making reference to the defense, but nobody's actually seen the pieces. But you guys already know. I did it piece by piece, month every week was doing different upgrades. Whether it was even the freshman guy, Braylon Shelby, whether it's Tackett Curtis, whether it's Sam Green, Jamil Muhammad. We went piece by piece. Showed you the videotape. Showed you the numbers. Showed you what the PFF grades were, and I told you we added all that up and said, look, this defense is going to be much improved compared to last year. But, you know, people didn't want to believe it. You already know. We brought that to you, man. So we already knew this was going to happen, right? Utah, they look suspect. They need Cam Rising ASAP. You think they'll lose to Oregon? I don't know, man. That Oregon, I don't know. Oregon looked kind of suspect against Texas Tech. It was some very, very questionable calls, man. Very questionable. I'm gonna get to a couple of these, but you guys already know we're gonna come back and do an actual breakdown. I just wanted to give you Caleb Williams. I already told you guys. Let's take a look real quick. I didn't even touch on Caleb the first series. Caleb, he had to run. He ran it in. Then Marshawn Lloyd had the nice run. Marshawn Lloyd, by the way, I got to show him some love too. He did his thing. He was balling out tonight, man. He was really running the thing. And then the third possession we had a punt. Fourth possession, Austin Jones had a nice little run in. The fifth possession, well, it wasn't even possession. This was special teams play. Zach Branch, punt return. Now, for somebody that doesn't have a special team coach, we sure have a lot of touchdowns. I mean, we sure have a lot. Mike Jack ran one back, but it was a little hole. So the fifth possession, Zach Branch. Sixth possession, Caleb hit Dorian Singer. Caleb hit 7 different guys. That was very impressive. The seventh possession, Caleb hits Brandon Rice, 75-yard dime piece. And then the eighth possession, Lake McCree, tied in. Caleb hits him. So it was just a display, man. It was unbelievable, everything that we've seen, man. And I think that USC, it's going to be straight up go time, man. We the only people that can beat USC, the only teams that can beat USC, like I said, is USC. Let me get to some more of these real quick. I do like how USC is rotating players. Hey, I like it right now. I'm looking at the Bears are decent. The Buffs are decent. They're decent. They're decent, but I don't think they've seen anybody like us, and I think their schedule's about to get real. I think their schedule, they got Colorado State, and then I think they got Oregon after that. It's about to get real. We'll see how they do, but I think what we got going on is a different ball game. Hey, Bear is absolutely no joke. Solomon Byrd has been going off. He's been going off a lot lately. The C team, USC 18, football excellent. Absolutely. Bryson came in there. I got to give Bryson his flowers. Bryson came in there and laid wood. He don't mind putting his head down, man. He really don't. He likes to put it. He likes to. Matter of fact, he likes to get all up in there and make some hits. Let's keep Caleb with. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's keep Caleb healthy, man. Solomon Berg, Rockabye. Solomon's kind of different, man. And he seemed like he stepped it up. But like I said this before. I noticed that in the Stanford game and the Arizona State game last year, he kind of did the same thing. But for whatever reason, they didn't hear him, man. I don't know why. USC defense and special teams. Logan G. Greaves keeps saying Bird can't run. I don't run. He looks good. I don't know. I hadn't seen that, but I hope he didn't say that. Why can't this secondary get more interceptions? Man, I mean, we had Max. Look, we had possibly two. Max Williams had one. I think they're doing good though. Pass breakups, I think they're doing good. Nebraska shot themselves in the foot. If you have the miscues, you're supposed to take advantage. Yeah, hey, Nebraska kind of lost in the sauce. Our team is playing a complete. This is for those who are just coming on. This is the most complete game that I've seen in a long time. I mean, USC has. I can't even tell you. Hit me in the comments. When's the last time you seen USC play this good? Northeast Ninja, Jamil and Berg, lights out. They are a dynamic. I've seen Anthony Lucas get in there too. But right now, what Jamil Muhammad and Solomon Berg are doing, it's phenomenal, man. They are so fast. Like, this is the way I see these two. I see Solomon Berg as the strength rusher on the edge, and then Jamil Muhammad is the speed rusher. It's like Solomon Berg is causing so much havoc, but he's using brute strength. And then Jamil Muhammad, he's getting there so fast, and that's that athleticism that he has. You guys remember that when I did a defensive upgrade video on him, I talked about him being a quarterback, how athletic he was, and it's being on full display right now. Look, Jamil Muhammad is a great fit for this defense. I mean, I don't think it could be a better defense for him running this 3-3-5 and Alex Grinch, he's almost looking like a genius right now, the way he plugged these guys. When you're talking about the recruiting, and he recruited the right players for the right scheme, everybody can't fit the scheme. But this guy, literally, this is why I'm giving them love so much, because Alex Grinch, he recruited players that fit his scheme. He identified players that fit his scheme. And now we're starting to see the guys that they identified in the portal, guys that they identified in recruiting, these guys that they identified now is flourishing. It's coming, it's manifesting itself into something special. And now we can see the plays. We can see the manifestation of something great. We couldn't see it at first. Hey, I've seen it, but I was just trying to convince you guys. I was trying to convince you guys of what I see that is going to come into play. You already know Jay Walker on here as well. He said the same thing. We already believed. We already knew. That's why we said, look, just be patient. This thing is going to come together. I've heard other ex-Trojans, other former Trojans as well. They said the same thing because they understand the nuances. They understand that the football aspect. You have to learn the terminology. You have to learn the assignments, and it's going to look like the defensive scheme is not going to work if you don't know your assignments. But once you know your assignments, you're able to execute. That's the message that we were always trying to relay. The message that we were trying to get over. We weren't saying that these guys weren't all over the place. They were, but it was some things that had to be worked out. And you could see that in the second half, when other guys came in, they were trying to get the feel of the flow of the game and feel of where to be at. Because I've seen a couple of times where guys were in the wrong places in the second half. But that first team defense, it seemed like it clicked on all cylinders, and we seen the brilliance of Alex Grinch. Man, I'm telling you, I am just so. I knew this was going to happen. I was just waiting for it was going to happen, and I was so frustrated because I was like, man, these people going to think USCJ crazy, but I've been trying to say this all along. This thing is going to happen. Now we see it, man. Thank you, Jesus. To God be the glory. I'm so happy this happened like this. I'm telling you, I don't even know what to do. I'm thrilled because I already knew this was going to happen. Lloyd balling up. Lloyd is balling He is balling, man. Much love to Lord. Hey, he had a couple nice runs. I can't even front. I mean, he's straight doing it. He's showing power. Can you imagine? We get to a playoff game, all these rotating out. We get to a play, something like that, or get to a championship game. Look, we're gonna put the pedal gonna be on the metal. It's gonna be all gas, no brakes. It ain't gonna be no letting off like we see. I'm telling you, don't even worry about that. We know we have the flow. We know we can do it right now. But I'm telling you, when it's straight up go time, it's just like we working our way up. We working our way up. We working our way up. And it's gonna be straight up go time. We're gonna put this thing in the full throttle mode in a minute. And it was almost it. I'm telling you, it was right there. No, we didn't let guys get good reps, and defense kept the pressure on. 10 points is the lowest. Yeah, I mean, this was a great win. I'm thrilled with what I seen tonight. I'm absolutely thrilled. Lloyd gets a lot of love here. Hey, he's beast mode, man. He's beast mode. So you guys already 56-10. Hey, last rivalry game. What more can we say? So look, man. Hey, I will be back. Kingsbury had a look on his face like he just knew something. Hey, man, this thing was incredible. We'll see. Will the AP let Texas? Man, hey, they better not. They can't deny this, man. Alabama's quarterback. Can we talk about him for a minute? Can we talk about how he really did look like a running back? I think he's a former running back converted into a quarterback. That quarterback looked like a running back. I mean, he looked like, Alabama, I'm very shocked the way they look. I can't believe they look like that. But I'm telling you, where would you rank USC? I want you guys, before I get out of here, you guys know we're coming back. I talked to John Jackson as well. John Jackson and Jaywalk will be with me tomorrow. You guys already know. John Jackson actually texted me during the game. He was broadcasting during the game. Some people might have heard him, but him and Jaywalk will be with me. I think he was broadcasting on the radio. Him and Jaywalk will be with me tomorrow. We just got to get our time straight because we got a little. Jaywalk text me and we got to get the time straight. So I will let you guys know, but it will be John Jackson and Jaywalk tomorrow. USCJ, I see us as number. Look, I need everybody to hit me real quick. I agree with you. Hit me real quick and let me know, where do you see USC? Where do you see USC right now? I'm saying number one. I don't see, and this is the way I come up with my logical thinking right here. When I looked at college football today, I'm just gonna keep it simple as this. When I looked at college football today, I'm asking myself, did I see anybody that looked like USC? The answer is no. I did not see anybody that looked like that. We looked incredible. I'm sorry. USC's number one. I don't even want to put that pressure on our guys. But what I'm saying is, I can't help it. I cannot help what I've seen. My eyes literally seen USC is number one. That's what my eyes seen today. I don't know what your eyes seen, but my eyes seen that. They worked their way up to number one. I don't want to put that pressure on them, but I mean, they looked incredible. So look, man, let me get to some of these questions. Anybody else? Emmanuel Pregnant feeling with, hey, thank you for saying that. There was a lot of guys. There was a lot of people that thought the offensive line was going to be lost in the sauce, but they really did play a complete game. And you know, it's crazy that we got a bye week. You kind of want to keep going when they play like that. You know what I mean? Instead of having this bye week, but it is what it is. I mean, it's kind of weird that we're gonna have a bye week, but it's like we're starting to reach that level, and now we got to take a break. It's like, man, you know, why we got to take a break? But it is what it is, man. Some guys will be able to get healthy, man. We get Eric Gentry all the way, Mason Cobb, man, a couple other guys that were out of there. But yeah, I mean, to be able to play like this, man, you just kind of want to keep this thing rolling, man. You really do. Breaking news on Mel Tucker. He may be out. What? What was the score of that game today? I thought they won that game. Are you serious? Hey, everybody that's not tapped in with me, I'm USCJ32 on Instagram and USCJ32 on Twitter. Make sure you tap in with me. Michigan State. I gotta see this real quick. Yeah, they won 45-14. That's crazy. Well, I mean, it was Richmond, but I'm trying to figure out. Are you serious? He may be out of Michigan. That's crazy. Um, Texas A&M will get rated again. Hey, they are ridiculous. So here's the question. I want to know what you guys think about this. All the recruits, by the way, I think Jason Mitchell was at the game too. All the recruits that decommitted, do you guys think that they're regretting it? That's the question. I got a real question. Do you guys think those recruits are regretting with the decommitment? Because all those guys, some of those guys that I'm not even gonna say the old school. I'm not gonna say the C school. I'm not gonna say the old school. I'm not saying either one of them. USC looked twice as better than all those schools. Their defense looked twice as better than all those schools. So the question is, are they regretting it? I'm gonna tell you right now. The answer is yes. That's a defense. That is yes. I'm eating Island Republic. I'm eating crow, not for USC, but for Alex Grinch. I'm the one that gave him 3 games. Hey, I forgive you, my brother. I forgive you. USCJ forgive you. The whole Trojan family forgive you. Listen, one thing about this, all of us, it's hard to see it because we see these guys getting scored on, in the past. That's no longer. This thing is new. We see all this stuff happening. So I get it. I understand that. And that was the thing that I had to work through and say, look, I'm just gonna keep trying to convince everybody that he's gonna be all right, that Alex Rich is gonna be all right. The scheme is gonna work, as long as we get the right pieces to the puzzle. So look, hey, it's all good, man. Hey, we a family. It's the Trojan family. It is what it is. Family encourages family. Jay, are we getting that young man? Man, it looks like it's leaning that way. Now he was at Tennessee today. Chris Cole. It looks like it's leaning that way though. It's a possibility. I can say that. B Shaw was coming. Yeah, man. I like the way B Shaw was playing, man. Riley is working in more pieces, getting it. Yeah, he is. He's plugging some guys in. No doubt. Grinch is running a sophisticated scheme. Their personnel last year. Yeah, personnel was just the personnel was just horrible. Lord forgive me. Jeez. I didn't mean horrible. The personnel was just not what he wanted. But now he has the guy. He has the guys that he wants in the right place. Because some of those other guys, let me tell you something. Like Corey Foreman, I think where Corey Foreman is right now, the way he's playing, I think it's actually good for him. Corey is effective right now. He's putting his hand in the dirt. He's coming in because we don't have a big drop off when it comes to talent. So to see somebody like Corey come in and be as effective, I like it, man. I really do. I like seeing Corey. I mean, Corey, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's happy, and I'm happy that he's content. We're not gonna find them, bro. We are not gonna find them. Where they at? Where they at? You ain't gonna hear it. We're not gonna hear it. We're not gonna see them. We don't know where they at. So we look better than Michigan. We look better than all them guys. I mean, I really think we won't get respect till we play. Yeah, I mean, and I get that. But what they see tonight, just like what I seen with my eyes, they're not gonna be able to deny that. What do I think about Miller Moss? I was not a fan tonight. His first couple of, I mean, he did score the touchdown. I thought, I don't know, man. He looked a little bit different, but the first couple of games he looked a little better. I will say that, but I don't know. He could have played. He could have probably played better, execute a little better. He threw a couple of dime pieces too. He threw something to Deuce Robinson. Seems like him and Deuce Robinson got they got a good connection going on, man. Deuce Robinson and Miller Moss. But Miller, he did what he had to do. I like to see Malachi get in there as well, just to kind of work his way in to see what he could do as well. Because you just never know. But look, man, I want to tap out of here. I just wanted to come tap in with you guys for a minute. And you guys, John Jackson will be coming with me tomorrow. And John Jackson and John Walker, we're gonna have all J's. USC J, John Walker, and yeah, he is weak. He weak too. I'm not feeling him or Alabama. So we will be having it. So look, everybody stay. Let me make sure I don't have any more super chats here. There's a lot of comments. There's no way I can get to them. Let me see. USC. Did you see the game tonight, man? What's your thoughts on the game tonight? USC recruiting needs to be a lot better. I can't even. I'm not even about it, man. How do you think the game went tonight? Hey, thank you. It's gonna get better after the night. I can promise you that. I can promise you, sir. I promise you. You don't have to worry. After the night, USC it's about to be straight up go time. I have FSU at number 1 based on they beat LSU. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. But as of today, the best team I've seen was USC. But I can respect that. Based off the quality win, I can roll with that. And I can put USC at number 2. But the best team that I've seen today was USC. Now that's hands down. Tucker is being investigated. Oh, I did not know that. That's why he's okay. I see why now. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, man. So look, until later on, I think they are regretting it. Hey, man, they're gonna have to. Yeah, it is what it is. My man Oscar, I know you just leaving the game, man. You sent me a couple pictures. I know you see defense. Hey, absolutely. They did their thing, man. They really did. So look, man, these comments are incredible. It's a whole lot. But I'm about to get out of here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I will post it on Twitter. I will post it on Instagram, and I will post it on YouTube in my post section. What time we will be going live, but we will be going live sometime tomorrow. Look, until later on, everybody stay blessed. This is my instant reaction. Stanford USC. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.